going. Try to make it 15 minutes.
So HSI.
HSCEI actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Point here is not sure whether China is still a further short, right? My space is getting hammered, right? Yeah.
I mean, I'll open HSCI and
Yeah. Oh, you need to share a screen. I can't see it.
oh, yep. I'm just getting the chart open. Give us a sec. Um, so simply that blue moving average, Johnson is the 50-day, which we've tested 2 weeks ago. We've tested this week. So far
Mm.
you're respecting it. It's basically around this 6,464. That's the exact level of the 50-day, and obviously your lows that you've made recently, which is around that 6,300 area.
Mm.
But I mean, to your sector, unfortunately, it has been a significant laggard and
Oh,
remains that way. I mean, you remember this charts that I shared in that presentation last Friday. So just to give you an idea,
oh,
we're
okay.
looking at year-to-date moves.
Oh, this is so
This is
cool. Yeah.
percentage change, and this is 3-month change.
Yeah.
And what you can see in the bottom left, so this is negative on a 3-month change and a year-to-date change, is healthcare,
I see.
is clean tech, it's EVs, and it's staples.
Staples.
And what's on the other
Awesome.
side
Yeah.
is basically your dividend yielding sectors being energy, utilities, financials,
Yeah.
your
Okay.
SOEs, and then you've got the tech side of things being both internet as well as the MSCI China IT index. So yeah,
Yeah.
even with the bounce that you've seen, healthcare has been the perennial underperformer.
But that's fine because I know the reason. It's actually
Yep.
anti-corruption. But I just want to make sure, is the market also likely to collapse? That would that would
Collapse,
be a,
no.
yeah. You don't think
Um,
it's holding the
but
50-day, right? Yeah.
it's holding the 50-day, and maybe the other thing to think about it, I don't expect to see another leg down like you had 21 to 22. What I
Mm.
think you're clearly getting set up in is this cyclical trading range. And remember, the breadth of this trading range is 50 to 60% from bottom to top. And
Uh,
this is very similar to, just go back to this chart, of what Japan did after it declined 63% from its 1989 peak.
I see. So the structural bull, or at least the upside is still there, right? For HSEI.
I wouldn't call it structurable. I'd say it's got a cyclical upside,
Yeah,
to at
yeah.
least retest the 7,000 area as part of a secular trading range.
Ah, if I didn't ask you for this, in my sector, it feels like end of the world. It feels
Well,
like
no,
it's
man,
going back to January.
it does probably and lower, right? And
Yeah,
that
yeah,
goes
yeah.
back to this chart about as far as the sector goes, it looked terrible. I mean,
Yeah,
staples,
yeah.
just to show you, um,
Mm. Oh, it's very helpful. I wanted to add more shots. Now I changed my mind. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I see. It's falling off
well,
the
I
cliff.
mean, I think on a sector basis, this is like the staple side and the healthcare side looks fairly
Like it.
similar,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
your relative underperformance and you at least likely to test the January lows, if not make new lows.
Oh, wow. What a crazy thing. It's supposed to be staples and
Yeah. So
healthcare.
so
Yeah.
staples, yeah, you would think is defensive. It hasn't been.
Ah, okay. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
No
Can
problem.
we get to some tickers
Yep.
that give me a sense, right? So let's start with the A share giants, right? Hungary, right? 600,276 first.
Yep.
Hungary and Mindray. Yeah.
Sorry, I do have it here.
Mm,
600.
I thought it was here too. I saw Mindray, but
Yep.
yeah.
So this hasn't changed in the trading range that we've had now since the start of
Mm.
23. The bottom end is basically at 35, 36. Remember,
Wow, but
the
the
top
RSI
end
is,
is,
yeah, terrible. Yeah.
well, it's still falling. So, I mean,
Mm.
again, like I said earlier on, we're likely to test the February
35.
lows. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's good. Okay. Mindray. I saw it in the tab just now. Yeah, that's the one in the middle.
So it's another trading range set up, obviously a very broad range.
Yeah.
And within that broader range, we could actually tighten it up in that for the
Yes.
past 12 months, we've had a lower range where the top end's been 313,
Uh,
314, and the bottom end's been 251. And I suppose unlike Honore, is that we've held the midpoint of this sort of lower range, which is the 200-day at 284. So slightly better in relative terms.
Okay, got it. This is helpful. These are the two okay names. Yeah, then Sinopharm 1099 and 3320. China Resource. It's here. Uh, I see at bottom left is China Resource. We can go first. Bottom left. Yeah.
So one of the more constructive looking charts, at least, because you did have the base,
Yeah.
the breakouts, you've pulled
That's
back.
good.
So 50-day, as well as the lows and the upper boundary of the base is all providing you support around this 540 to 550 area. And in addition to that, the move up that you had in May, momentum did confirm the highs. And then
I
if we
see.
go back to the size of the base, the upside target is 688.
That's awesome. I just needed somewhere to hide that wouldn't drop.
Yeah. Yeah, this
Okay.
looks like, I mean, you're probably setting up some kind of triangle here, little
Yeah.
sideways range. And
Ah,
then that gives you that leg up to 688.
that's good to know. Okay. Then two taps to the right, 1099. Oh no, it's yeah, there it is. Yeah.
So another trading range, obviously much smaller and shorter in duration, but you're basically looking at a $19 to $23 type trading range. And midpoint of the range, which includes the 200 days, is acting at support at 2067.
Ah, okay. Okay. Got it. Then this name, Hanso 3692. Oh yeah, it's on the right, far right, bottom side. Yeah.
Oh, there
That's
you
the
go.
one. Yeah.
Another one tested the top end of the range.
Hmm. Where do I short it? That's the question, right? Quite a
So,
strong name, and any way to interpret the momentum, right? Yeah.
I mean, just looking at the highs here, momentum did confirm it. You didn't quite
Oh,
make new highs. Yesterday you had a test of the support area. It does look like you're bouncing that you can trade back to 1844.
wow. This is
And so the
okay.
question is, where do you reshort it? I think, retesting 1844
Yeah, without
and
divert.
assuming the RSI is
Yeah.
lower, it would be shortable.
That's great. That's great. Okay. Okay. And then 6078. While you yeah. Yeah, that's the left. Yeah, that's the one.
So RSI still falling, no real support back into the January to April range. So that, I mean, this does look like you fall back towards
25. Yeah.
the 23 to 25 area.
Will be along by then, right? If it makes a new low.
Well, I mean, we need to see if
Divergence.
there's a divergence
Yeah.
and give us at least some conviction. But yes, there is support there. So even if there's not a divergence, you could look at manufacturing a trade,
Yeah.
using 2370 as a stop level.
This one is dropping for no reason. That's the bizarre thing. Okay,
Right.
got it. And then one just left of it, 1801.
Yep. So this still is in, well, one, the broader range, right? So obviously top of that range is 48, 49.
Yes.
Bottom of the range is 28. But you can see over the past 6 months, their price swings have contracted, which is,
Yes.
narrowed the range to some kind of triangle. So
Yes.
immediately at the midpoint is the 200-day, which is 39.41.
I
I
see.
mean, again, this is to me sort of, you could manufacture a trade in using the bottom end as a stop level, which
Of the
means you're
trading channel.
taking 8% risk. You got 14% upside. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
obviously if you break above that, you can run to 48, 49, but breaking above the upper boundary would suggest that you should break above 48.
Okay, this is very helpful because this one we want to trade it. Okay, and then 2273. This is a new name, but got hammered. It's in the center of the storm. 沪深堂, yeah.
2273.
Yeah, probably new. Yeah.
Yeah. 226.
Oh, it's got a interim range as well. Not that far.
Yeah,
But
well, we
momentum
broke
still
below.
not drawn. Yeah.
Yeah, we broke below the April low, so this is another one that should test the bottom end of the range.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Then 603939. Yifeng. I think I asked you on the group call, but it's not here. Yeah. No,
All
it's
right.
new.
603.
603939. CH. Yeah. Whoa. This this one everyone's hiding there.
Hiding in the short.
No, in the long. That's why
All right.
it's wow, look
Getting
at the
full.
RSI, man. The
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Mm. So far away. I'm amazed that it's
Yeah, I
in
mean,
level 22.
there's no divergence, and I would suspect that you get a bounce, but the old support area probably resistance and try and
Mm.
reconsolidate
But
in a lower range.
but even with such RSI, you don't think it's going to go to the 22, right? Because it's a blue chip,
Well,
yeah,
it can. I mean,
it can, right?
yeah. It's, I mean,
But
in the very near term, let's look at the last 2 days.
yeah, there's
Traded
a chance.
lower,
Yeah.
moved off the low, so not a strong reversal. But yesterday, again, you traded lower, you closed towards the high. So it does look like on these
Buyer.
2 days that there were
Yeah.
bids that came in at the lows.
Mm.
So, I mean, I think, again, this is manufacturing a setup, but you can take 2% risk, using the lows
Mm.
at 25.64.
All right.
And this could easily bounce back to,
To the 31.
this little congestion zone
Yeah.
or even back to 30, which will give you, 13 to 16% type rebound, taking
Mm.
that 2% risk. But it's not
Ah,
because I've got a divergence. It's just, yes, we've had 2 days, which it does look like. You've had some bids come in at the lows of the session, giving you those sort of intraday reversal setups.
okay. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Very, very helpful. 2359. So we're going back to the more, it's at the start of the tab left. Yeah.
So this did make a new low, but you can see the RSI still at a higher level than we
Oh,
were back here in February. So definitely a mature downtrend.
yeah.
Um, so I wouldn't be adding new shorts here. That to me is more of a cover short. It
Mm.
hasn't got, any clear basing pattern that's developing yet, but definitely slowing downside. And obviously
Mm.
50 days, your first sort of big resistance zone.
Okay. This is very helpful.
And I think, Wuxi itself, there's a
Mm.
bit, again, you can see how many divergences they've built on this one. And it's tried, this was a pretty significant attempt to base out, and that looked like it was breaking out on the 13th of May, failed, and it's
Yeah.
dropped down. And again, this stock is another divergence, and
Mm.
there is at least more so than Wuxi Aptech, that there is an attempt to base out here.
All right. All right. This is interesting. The divergence is very short, right? It's just within the month of June, right? The two little,
Well, so there's this divergence here,
yeah,
but we can go back and look at the RSI
that
here is
6 months
higher than
divergence.
it's here in
Yeah.
February and higher than it was in December.
Oh, well, this is very helpful. Yeah. Okay, got it. This one, okay. Then 1177. This one's my shot. I'm just seeing what to do with it. Yeah. Oh, the chart looks good. At
I
least,
mean, there's no, well, one, there was no divergence at this low, and two,
oh,
there's no divergence at this low.
is there a divergence now? I mean,
There's no
it's not a
divergence.
no. It's not a low, right? Yeah,
There's no divergence. No.
I see. So it needs to test it again first before you can decide
Yeah,
whether,
or at least make a new low here, and the RSI stays at a higher level.
yeah, okay. This looks more tame. Okay.
Yeah.
Then 2196. This one is the one that's giving me a lot of pain. Sun 2196. Um, yeah.
So this does look interesting in that you've got a divergence.
Oh, and oh yeah, the RSI is a lot less now.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there is resistance here, but you can see how the 50-day is acting as at least some kind of support.
Yeah. The 50-day? Oh yeah, now it's becoming a support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a potential, what I've drawn
Bottom
up
out.
here, a head and shoulders bottom, right? So 114.18 is the breakout area for
Mm.
that base. And obviously 200-day does give you some resistance, but it does look like the stock is basing out.
Ah, I made a mistake. Thanks for pointing out. Because I thought this is the shittiest player. You can short it easily. It's not acting out like this. Okay,
Well, I
got
mean,
it.
it probably is still the shittier player, but maybe
Yeah.
that's already in the price and why you've got slowing downside momentum. So you maybe
Mm-mm.
need more negative news to get a new acceleration to the downside. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you just go sideways here, right?
Actually, I thought the negative news was HSCI falling apart. This is
Right,
higher beta. Okay,
right.
got it.
Oh, I mean, like the HSCI, it's holding the
It's
50-day,
not.
right? Yep.
Yeah, okay, got it. 1093 in the middle of the tab, and then we're good with China.
So, I mean, you can see the range since November, December.
It's the middle, nothing there, right? Yeah.
No, I mean, it is holding the 200-day and the lows that you made in May. So there is
Mm-mm.
even a sort of a narrow range that you could mark up there. But yeah, nothing high conviction to do really.
Okay, awesome. Can we go to two Japan name? 4578 and of course Chugai. Yeah. 4519. Oh, four five
Let's
seven eight
see.
is just right at your cursor. Yeah, right above. 4578. Yep, that's the one. This one had multiple upgrades. Yeah.
So it looks like it is trying to break out of this consolidation here with
Yeah.
yesterday's close.
Oh,
I mean, RSI is obviously not at a new high, but the fact that price is rising, the RSI is rising, I think you have to give benefit of doubt
mm,
that this breakout would keep on pushing that RSI higher to give you confirmation, and you basically get an upside target of
then the 400.
7,200. Yeah.
Ah, that's good to know. That's great. Chugai 4519.
Yeah. So finally, a bit of patience, and that RSI divergence
Yes.
worked, right?
Thank you so much. Oh,
It
and the
took a
RSI is confirming the highs,
Yeah.
right?
I
Yeah.
mean, so it took a bit of time for the divergence to develop the sideways move, and then broke above
Yeah.
the 50-day. So yeah, your old high first of all at 6,060
6,000.
basically, and then
Yeah.
the all-time high of the two targets.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And right now, is there a breakout range or anything?
I mean, not. I mean, the real breakout range you can see was back here, right?
Yes.
Above the 50-day, above that horizontal line.
Yes.
Then
But is
yes,
there
we
anything
took
to
out.
draw to the 100 above it or no?
Uh, well, no. So there's. I mean, obviously the only next resistance area. So there's no
Yes.
new
Yes.
pattern to break out of, but it's just the previous
It's
highs that
6,000.
you're looking at. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Got it. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Shugai. Yeah. Then in Europe, MRK GY. I know we spoke
I did
yesterday.
see it reversed off the 200-day
Yes,
last night,
yes.
right?
We bought some, but
My
we're
good.
getting it completely wrong either, right? Sizing wise.
Um,
Oh, the RSI looks crap though.
it does. I mean, that kind of gap move isn't going to give you a divergence, but
Uh,
like I said to you on that Bloomberg message, that it's fallen
oh
back in
yeah,
the
above the
range.
200-day. Yeah,
And when you sort of said it's down 11%, I said, look, it's even below the 200-day, but you can see the
yeah, it
big
came back.
intraday reversal. So, not that I have a divergence or anything here, and the fact
Mm,
that you couldn't hold the original breakout, is still risk that you can trade down to the 133, 140. Failed breakouts often going to the opposite boundary.
Oh,
So,
yes.
I mean, to me, if you bought some at the 200-day,
You have to
maybe thinking
observe.
of it
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
profits back at 164, think of it more of a trading range than a trend.
Okay, understood. This used to be the short, and it was so strong right before this crash.
Yep.
Yeah, bizarre. Okay. SRT3. Yeah, to the left. Yeah. And then Lonza. Yeah.
Like I say, this is sort of a bit tricky now. Yes, you add support,
Yes.
but you'll see, the divergence that we were looking at.
Yeah, and was triple lows, right? I
Yeah.
know.
So, I mean, I think you can only sort of think of this as manufacturing a trade here rather
Yes.
than like
Yes.
sugar, which had, very distinct divergences playing up. But, again, you can limit your downside risk
But
looking
but
for
if
a
if
move.
it tests the lows again, we have a
Yeah,
shot of forming another divergence
yeah, correct,
properly, right?
correct, correct.
Yeah. Okay, understood. That's SRT3 and Novo because of the huge move last night. No, yeah, Novo B.
So, I mean, after doing nothing following the original breakout of the trading range, obviously you got the follow through last night.
Yes,
And
but I
that
recall that
upside
was a
target
yeah
is,
1050, right?
yeah. So, RSR still rising. When we've seen these breakouts, they've tended to go past the upside target.
Mm,
The point here, momentum rising, breakout,
yeah,
20-day acting as support again, as you have in the momentum phases.
yeah.
So,
What a,
yeah,
amazing. Okay, this is still ongoing.
yeah.
In the oh sorry, Zealand. I just want to make sure yes of the move.
Yes, I mean, uh,
Wow, momentum confirms it, right?
yeah. So, I mean, that was the point of, finally having this breakout from the range and it's on its way to the target level.
That's why I have to thank you for it because I would have sold the first day.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
told me to hold it all the way till 1,000, right?
yeah, I mean, you can see momentum still rising with it, and they're still,
Yeah,
into
yeah.
that 1,000 level. So,
Amazing
I
shit.
mean, you
Okay.
can take
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of profits here, but
Yeah, we did.
I would
Yeah.
still be thinking of,
A
a
thousand. Yeah.
thousand as
No,
a
no,
target.
fundamentally it justifies it. I just don't know how it's gonna trade. Okay, that's
Yeah, I mean,
fantastic.
the RSR is still rising, right? So it's not as if you've got,
Yeah.
remember these kind of moves, then you get choppy, then momentum slow. So,
Oh,
you've had 2 days of strong momentum. So I guess what we should look for next is some kind of bit more of a choppier move to the 1,000 level, and that would
yes.
sort of reinforce the idea that you want to be taking profits. But
Yeah,
at this
okay.
stage, try give it some room.
Give it some room. Okay. Then in the US, four names, Amgen, AMGN. This one I went short last night. Yeah, that's the one.
Look, the RSI is lower, but the fact that you closed up, all right, so good. Well, it's saying good
It
intraday
failed.
reversal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you can definitely use the 200-day highs are pretty much
Mm.
identical
But
as a
was it a
stop level.
divergence last night? It was, right?
Yep. So well, clearly RSI lower than we had on the gap up in May. So divergence is there.
Ah, yes, that's what we need. Okay.
So that's almost looks like perfect timing. And
Yeah.
with this reversal, you get another day on the downside. It'll just hook the RSI
Down.
lower, but it'll also reinforce that intraday reversal.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. One name, VKTX. I don't think it's in here. I don't see it.
No.
VKTX. This one is the Zealand rival and got hammered, like hemorrhaging now.
All right, I remember.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether there's an opportunity. It's almost closing
So
the gap. Yeah.
yeah, but no divergence. And then remember the other point about
Oh my goodness.
the downside. So the 200-day is still the target. So we should close the gap.
Oh my God. I don't own it, but I feel the pain. Okay. Then DHR. Yeah, three more tickets. DHR. Yeah, that's right.
應該咁講，你應該話個 Q 唔可以用 Q。
Is this a short or
Yeah, I think
long or
so.
what?
So a few
Yeah.
things. Obviously, there's the divergence, the double top.
Oh,
點解？
but a small one, right? Within, oh, but it's not that small. It's within a month, right? A whole 4 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that is shortable. It tried to rebound negative day yesterday. And I mean, this does look like you should trade down to the 200 day and potentially lower, right? So breaking below 248 would confirm the double top,
Oh,
and give you a downside target of 230, and the 200 day is sitting at 234.
and the momentum doesn't look like it's going to test the 270 again, right?
No.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great. That's IQV. This one I wonder whether there's a long opportunity. Yeah.
個 split 係幾多咧？即係要分2.8係幾多？不過即係 basically 要分開 Q 嘅時候係
So we do have a divergence starting to take shape, and you do have a shelf of support here.
Mm.
I don't know why all the markings have dropped off these charts.
Mm.
咁而家係幾多球？1.5嘅1.5
Is that a divergence? Because it's not a low, right? You need it to form properly, right? Test the 205.
Well, so look, there's
The short divergence.
the
Yeah.
high
Sorry.
momentum low was back here in April, right?
Oh, yeah.
Marginal new low, and you did have lows here. So yeah, if I draw it up until there, those are the price lows. So yes, this
Yeah.
didn't make a new closing low, but you do still have divergence in place. And then the second point is, if you look at the lows that you made in January, Feb, 205 is a support area.
Okay. So it's safer to buy 205, right? That's what I'm looking for an opportunity. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's been quite cute to wait for 205 in that.
Yes.
If you think of it,
you
you're
can
taking
manufacture one. Yeah.
basically 3% risk that you're looking at to try and get it at the turning point.
But is it supposed to turn? It
Well,
might, right?
the divergence would suggest that we should be turning around to at least trading the higher range, right? Of 200 basically to 240, right?
Oh, okay. This is very helpful. Awesome. Last name, RGEN. This is related SRT3. It's a new ticker. There's a new ticker.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, never looked at it before. I have
RGN, right?
no, RGEN.
Oh,
It's not Regeneron. Yeah, RGEN, Regen.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one. This one will look a lot like SRT3, but
Right.
competitors.
Yeah, so both obviously the similarities is
Yeah. But how does the RSI look?
Yeah, so I mean,
It looks
at
better
least
than
SRT3
Yeah.
has at least sort of 3 lows at the same level, where this momentum low is clearly lower than the April level, right?
Oh,
So I would say that this probably, gets back closer to this 109, 110 area,
Before
and then
we-
you probably have a divergence.
this is awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thanks a lot for your time
Okay.
today. Thank you.
Keep well.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.